Hey everybody, I'm in a good mood today because I finally got another sound mixer in the mail today. I'm super happy. My last one crapped out. I did buy the exact same one over again. Maybe that's a dumb decision on my part. Like, why would you buy it if it crapped out after like a couple months? Why would you? It's really good. I like it, okay? Anyway, let's get to the video, shall we? Captain Marvel's gonna bomb, or Captain Marvel 2, The Marvels, whatever the hell you want to call this freaking movie. I still call it Captain Marvel 2, like whatever. It's gonna bomb. Are we just gonna sit here and like, yeah, this movie's not gonna bomb? This movie's gonna bomb horribly, and it's gonna be a massive disaster. Look, the first movie made $1 billion. I like the first movie. I'm one of the few out there that will stand on the hill that I think it's an okay movie. Is it like the best in the MCU? No. Is it in the top 10 of the MCU? Hell no. But it's like the middle of the pack, middle of the road. It was a decent movie. I enjoyed it. You know, I went and I saw it a few times. I'm like, hey, I enjoy this movie. There's a lot of hate going on around Brie Larson at that time, you know, but hey, overall, I saw the movie. And objectively, I thought it was an okay movie. I don't think it warranted all the hate that it got. Made $1 billion, but that helped because of what was going on with Infinity War with the beeper. Like, it had the massive push. But there's no way in monkey hell that this movie is going to make $1 billion. It's just not going to happen. Captain Marvel 2, The Marvels. I really hate the Marvels, right? There's so much working against this movie. One, the Marvel movies haven't been doing well to begin with, right? I mean, you have some of them doing great, like Doctor Strange did pretty good, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 did pretty good, but none of them's hitting that $1 billion other than Spider-Man No Way Home. That's just the fact of the matter. And then when you look at something like this, the Marvel's budget, this thing is outrageous how much they spent on this movie. Now, this is coming from Forbes. I'm over at IGN right now, and Forbes is saying that per financial documents from Disney, the company spent $274 million on the Marvels, also banking a hefty $55 million subsidy to UK government, which brings the total to $219 million. That's not counting, by the way, the marketing. I just want to throw that out there. According to Forbes, according to IGN, they're saying that this movie has to make $439 million just to break even. Now, you guys all know that these movies have not been doing well. These movies have not been doing well. You know, Black Panther Wakanda Forever did very well. Not $1 billion. Thor Love and Thunder did better than it should have. Let's be honest with you. Doctor Strange did pretty well. The newest Guardians of the Galaxy did pretty well. So a lot of these movies have done pretty well, but they're not making that money that they used to make. You know, and that's the big problem. There's no way do we live in a world where the Marvels is going to make $1 billion. It's just not going to happen, right? This isn't 2019, 2018 anymore. We're not going back to the world where these Marvel movies are cranking out $1 billion left and right. But there has been some success in Marvels, and I don't think that we need to look at because people are stupid, right? People are fucking stupid, right? You know who you guys are, the people I'm talking about. There's people in the comment box that are fucking stupid, right? Oh, it didn't hit $1 billion. Oh, it's a flop. What the hell? What that doesn't quantify a flop. What quantifies, because people are so stupid how they quantify what a flop is and isn't. Okay, a flop is a movie that financially does not make the studio money. Okay, any movie that financially loses money for said studio is a flop. Doesn't matter if the fans like it, doesn't matter if the critics like it, does not matter. If it does not generate revenue, it is a flop. That is fact. Stamp it, put it in a book, put it in a bookmark, okay? Doesn't matter. You got people like Poetic Gangster out here. Rob doesn't know what a flop is. It was not a flop with fans. Fans like it. I don't give a fuck if fucking George Washington comes back from the grave and says 7 years ago it's not a flop. I actually think that's Abraham Lincoln, but who cares, right? You know what I mean? I don't care if they come back from the grave. George Washington comes back from the grave and is like, I really like The Flash. It doesn't matter. Didn't make no money. It's a flop. Okay? I don't care who likes the freaking movie. Jesus Christ can come down and say he likes Thor Love and Thunder. Okay? If the movie did not make the box office, it is a flop. Thor, I don't think was a flop. I think it actually did end up breaking even. But you know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter who likes it. You can like it, I can like it, your mama can like it. Does not matter. If the movie does not generate dollars, does not break even, it is a flop. That is the true definition of the flop. Okay, so when you look at something like the Marvels here, and you're looking at something that's over $200 million that they spent on this movie. You have two characters in this movie that people who did not watch the Disney Plus shows have no idea who the hell this is. Who is Kamala Khan? Who is Photon? If you did not watch WandaVision or Miss Marvel, you have no idea who these characters are. Okay, you have a very diverse character in Carol Danvers and Brie Larson playing her from the Captain Marvel movie, right? So you already have that stigma attached to it. Then you're paying, like, you're providing over $200 million on your budget, not including the marketing, in a state where comic book movies are financially not doing as well as they've done previously. That has a lot to do with many different things. I like to chalk it up to superhero fatigue. I think people are just kind of burnt out. Everywhere you turn around, you're stepping in something superhero. You're like, oh crap. Oh, I just stepped in another superhero movie. That's what it is. You go to the theater, superhero movies. Go on TV, you got superhero shows, like superheroes are everywhere. Okay, and it's finally starting to catch up. People don't want to say that out loud. People want to pretend like that's not a thing. It's a thing. And if you don't believe it's a thing, then you're in denial. Okay, I have a sandbox in Florida to sell you if you think that is not a thing, because it is a thing. Doesn't matter if the writing's been mediocre. Doesn't matter if the movies have been mediocre. Yes, if you give us good movies with good writings, people are going to show up. Absolutely. But that doesn't change the fact that there's a fatigue out there. And then you have this movie, The Marvels, which has an outstanding budget, two characters that people don't even know unless you are forced to watch the Disney Plus shows. You have a character that already has mixed reaction within a fan base. This movie is destined to fail. It's going to flop. It's going to flop harder than Flipper on a dock on a Sunday day in July or something. Okay, it's going to flop. And that's just the facts of the matter, and people don't want to admit this. Okay, the Marvel's budget is outstanding, and that's one of the biggest problems going on with Hollywood in general, that they're spending way too much money on these budgets, and they are not bringing their money back. They're not getting their money back. Like every movie nowadays has to be $150, $200, $250 million budget, right? Now, recently, it was Vanity Fair profile said it was $130 million. Okay, that's not as bad as that's not as bad as over a $200 million budget. I'd rather them stay close to $100 million as possible, but 130 is still pretty high for this type of movie. Look how much money the first Deadpool movie made. That was under a $100 million budget. It can be done, but the problem is you want to front load all these movies with so much budget, and that's not even getting into all the politics with Disney and the social politics and virtual singling and all that stuff. That's not even counting all that. There is a plethora of different reasons stacking up against this movie, and the movie's gonna flop. I don't care what anybody thinks. If it doesn't flop, if this movie does not flop, I will come on here and I will be like, guys, I'm sorry. I done fucked up. The movie is very successful. Now, I'm hoping the movie's gonna be good. I don't go into a movie hoping it's gonna suck. You know, I went to every damn DC movie hoping it was gonna be good, and every one of those damn DC movies sucked, other than the Batman and the Joker. I'm talking about DCEU, right? I'm not going into Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom hoping it's gonna suck. I'm just like, that's what I'm conditioned to. You know, you eat shit every day, you expect to get fed shit every day. It's just the way it is. You know, so I'm going into the Marvels hoping it's gonna be good, but let's be honest, we're all a little skeptical. I'm skeptical, you're skeptical, Jesus Christ is skeptical. You know? Like everybody's skeptical. So, we just got to sit here. We just kind of got to wait, play the game. I'm telling you right now, this is not good it's not good for Marvel, not good for Disney, and they need to stop with these over-bloated budgets. But hey, that's just my opinion. I'm just one fat guy looking out for his cholesterol and blood pressure. But I want to appreciate each and every one of you guys. I'm in a little better mood because I got my sound mixer back now. So, I'm in a little better mood. Anyway, guys, be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Until next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion. Peace!